No matter what role you fill in the homeless response system, you will likely come across the term Continuum of Care in your work. The term Continuum of Care, more commonly referred to as COC, has three different meanings. It refers to a funding stream that supports housing and services for people experiencing homelessness. It also is sometimes used to describe the constellation of housing and services from all funders that are available to help people move quickly out of homelessness. And lastly, it is used to refer to a local planning group that is working together to create and implement solutions to end and prevent homelessness. So if it feels confusing at first, please know you are not alone. This video is going to give you a quick overview of the term COC as it relates to being a planning body, and more specifically, we are going to cover the planning body known as the Rhode Island Continuum of Care. The Rhode Island Continuum of Care is a planning group working on local issues related to ending and preventing homelessness. The work includes community-wide planning, strategic use of resources, and COC funding policies and performance benchmarks. They represent the entire state of Rhode Island. For the Rhode Island COC to be strong and effective in developing and implementing solutions, it needs people from a variety of agencies. Some sectors may be heavily representative, like providers of social services, and other entities like law enforcement agencies may be year-round members or be part of committees and work groups. Each entity can bring the perspective of the people they are serving. To better inform funding and policy decisions, recruiting diverse membership is a key task of the COC. So how did the Rhode Island COC structure itself to get this work done? The Rhode Island COC structure includes a general membership roster, an elected board of directors who are the decision-making entity for the COC, and a full set of committees to carry out specialized tasks. The general membership is typically made up of agency staff, people with lived experience, and some elected officials who are interested in ending and preventing homelessness in Rhode Island. Currently, the Rhode Island COC Board is an elected group of 17 members. The Rhode Island COC Governance Charter details the number and type of members. Your current board includes a spot for homeless service providers, people with lived experience of homelessness, philanthropic entities, public housing authorities, Rhode Island Department of Housing and Youth Action Board members, as well as other subpopulations served by the Rhode Island COC. The committee structure changes to meet current needs, but typically includes a governance committee, pipeline committee looking at bringing new resources online, coordinated entry committee working to ensure people can access the resources, and other committees to meet the administrative and planning needs identified by the board. Within the COC structure, there are three lead agencies designated to help support the COC. The collaborative applicant helps the COC carry out its day-to-day duties and support the competition for Continuum of Care project funding. The HMIS lead oversees the Homeless Management Information System that is required to collect project data for planning and mandatory reporting. The CES, or Coordinated Entry Leads, administers the CES system, which is the front door to provide intake, assessment, and prioritization for people at risk of or currently experiencing homelessness. Overarching general duties of the Rhode Island COC include creating and maintaining a governance system with a written process for selecting the COC board and HMIS lead agency. The COC membership votes in COC board members, holding at least 4 full membership meetings a year to collaborate and get input from a variety of stakeholders. This process also includes a federal requirement to recruit and invite new members at least annually, developing written standards to guide Continuum of Care and Emergency Solution Grants projects. This includes setting performance targets, monitoring and taking action against low performers, creating and operating a coordinated entry system to provide clear access to intake, assessment, and prioritization for available resources. Specific duties of the COC Board include approving or denying policies and changes to meet federal requirements and local priorities, appointing committees and working groups to complete tasks to improve the homeless response system. These committees create and recommend project performance targets back to the board for approval. Committees also support the board to review the coordinated entry system. The committee reviews CE data and functioning, and then they make recommendations for improvement to the board for decisions. They establish funding priorities based on annual counts of people experiencing homelessness and the gap analysis that looks at the resources in place compared to the need. Another key responsibility for the board is to create and implement a process to apply for approximately $17 million in COC program project funds. It is common for people in new partner agencies to wonder why they should connect with their COC. Being connected with your COC can provide access to specialized housing and services for those experiencing homelessness in your area. It also allows you a voice to provide feedback on policies, suggest changes to the system based on feedback from your customers, and to support a system to prevent and end homelessness for your fellow Rhode Islanders. Whether you are a passive or active member, obtaining knowledge about resources will help you better connect people if they are at risk of or currently experiencing homelessness. To connect with your COC, you can attend a membership or board meeting. If you want to learn more before going to a meeting, you can review materials on the COC website or reach out to one of the COC planning staff who work at Rhode Island Housing in their role as the COC's collaborative applicant. We hope this helps you better understand the Rhode Island Continuum of Care. There is much to be done to end and prevent homelessness, so please reach out to COC staff or join COC membership to learn more about how you might help. The COC process is always evolving, so for up-to-date information on the Rhode Island COC activities and meeting schedule, please visit continuumofcare.ri.com.